Okay? So this is what the 8th article, if you want to start now. Or are we on it? Are we going?
Yeah, you go.
Oh, we're going? Okay, yeah, okay. So this is to decide national policy transgressions of the state. So here's the people asserting their right to say, well, you did this, this, and this. So I'll just read a little bit of it here. So what it goes on, it recites is, we the people have set out our powers pursuant to Article 6 to ensure that the obligations of the legislative, executive, judicial organ of the Irish state and the President of Ireland are in compliance with Articles 6, 12, 15, 18, 25, 28, 29, 30, 34, 35, 38, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Take a big note here on Article 15. That says that the Dáil shall not pass any legislation that is inconsistent with and repugnant to the Constitution. You can take all that COVID legislation. You can take a whole lot of other legislations, which I'm not going to get into. Child and family, immigration, hate speech, illegal, aliens, blah, blah, blah. I'm not against immigration. You come in here validly, fine. You come illegally, go. This is the same in any country. We have a right to control. It has nothing to do with me, with race, color. I've kept black people, Asian people, every kind of people in my home as lodgers, working in a nursing home because I live out in the country and there's no other where for people to live. They come to me, you know, can you give us a room? Yeah, fine. Okay? So, with me, this is nothing to do with discrimination or prejudice. This is just the law is the law, or it's not the law. And we can't have a situation where judges are sitting on judgment of others and they don't even have valid law for their appointment or to decide on cases, whether civil or criminal or other things. Okay? So, this here, in relation to each one of these articles that's mentioned in that 8th articulation and so on, there's a consequence for all of those. So, as a consequence of non-compliance with Article 6 national policy requirements, which must be in accord with all sovereign people's natural law and fundamental human rights, the Irish state has breached its duty to the people as follows in regard to transposing of EU regulations, signing of treaties, planning regulations, local government, formation of Irish statutory corporations, public limited companies by ministers, formation of Irish state boards, health service, executive, that's illegally formed, hospitals, nursing, medicine boards, social welfare, children, family agencies, wards of court, education, housing, environmental protection, consumer protection, data protection, financial authority, companies regulation, board of Mona turf development, marine and fisheries. Andrew's a fisherman. Agriculture, probably some of you here are agriculture. Central bank legal services regulation, labor, aviation, policing, broadcasting, arts, heritage, and the islands, land registry, industrial development, international protection of refugees. So therefore, the consequence of all of this is all sovereign people's natural law and fundamental rights. It is a breach of those transgressions of those rights. It is apparent that a newly arranged plebiscite vote by the people for the purposes of setting up committees and a commission of investigation comprised of ordinary people to look into the Irish state incompetence must be put in place. The competence, $500,000 for a 14 bay bike rack. I mean, this can't be allowed. And then, you know, I was a carpenter builder. You could build a 4-bedroom cabin. One day I could build it in with 2 people. Kitchen, bedroom, kind of a sitting room, bathroom. Would house those people. Probably the materials only costing $4,000 to $5,000 at the most, right? And what they're spending on all of this, not housing homeless Irish people, and then bringing in a whole lot of rogues that haven't been vetted, right? Well, look, we just got to get a handle on this, you know. People have to get control. We don't need 30,000 paper pushers working for the HSE and no people on the front lines. We don't need the likes of Stephen Donnelly, who was only working for McKinsey's over in New York, advertising and all this. He comes back here and he gets a job running the Ministry for Health. I mean, what a fucking joke. I mean, they're just saying to the people all the time, yeah, you're too damn stupid. You're too afraid to open your mouths because you've been so conditioned to trust in authority. But people in power lie. Lawyers lie. They lie. Right? So, consequent, then on all of this, you can read it yourself. Consequent on the aforementioned transgressions by Eire state, we, the undersigned people, have ultimate internal sovereign authority, are vested with inalienable rights of power pursuant to Article 6, do declare the legislative, executive, and judicial organs of the Eire state are not established in compliance with the mandates of the Constitution, and further declare those organs and the present illegal rotating Taoiseach government as standing discharged, and therefore call for a plebiscite vote by all eligible sovereign Irish people who have reached the age of 18 years to decide on the important public policy questions and decide upon the statute law transgressions and constitutional impediments mentioned in the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th articulations. And then it goes on, we the undersigned assembled right at Teachers Club on the 31st of May. Due to a void of law, we affirm our power to discharge from official duties, right, due to a void of law on that day, and confirm this declaration to be open for further signification by other people on the space below, and further pages attached to this original, and the undersigned initial signatories confirm we signed 35 identical counterparts to this original, comprising one for each of the 30 counties, one for Dublin, one for Belfast, and one for Cork. And I don't know if there's anything I left out. I don't think I did, but oh yes, this is probably in the supplementary documents here. This again here, this letter, written in 7th of October, 1941. I think this, I'll just read it. I think this is quite important. People should hear this. You have to remember now, this is written by, I believe he was probably a secretary to the Taoiseach, and he's writing to a private secretary for each ministry. In other words, each Department of State for the minister is a minister of state. So what he says is, the subject matter is orders made by the government and amended instructions. Now bear in mind, this is 3 years after they kind of got into office, almost coming up on 4, right? And he says, number 1, I have to inform you that it has been decided to dispense with the requirement that vellum copies of all orders made by the government should be supplied to this department for sealing and signature. Very important. Dispense, okay? sealing and signature. Okay. In future, the additional copy on non-absorbent paper of the draft order referred to at paragraph 2 of this department circular of the 29th of April will, when the order is made, be filled in the government records, be filed, in the government records. This copy should, in all cases, be in clear type on the best quality of paper which is available and should not show any alterations or amendments. It must be carefully checked and initialed by a responsible officer designated for the purpose. Right? So, basically, you know, this is saying a lot. And it's, huh? This one is saying a lot in relation.
This is the one which I sent along. This one has been sent to every.
I don't know if this one has been, whether I
This
disclosed.
one I sent.
Yeah, this is the one I just read.
In 5 languages.
You may not have.
I don't have that one.
Yeah.
What's
See,
the other one?
I have thousands of documents. I photograph some. It takes me a while, you know, when I'm doing something, I realize, oh yeah, I think I should put that in. So
What year was that, Counselor?
that was, I don't know, you said, deux fois in Irish?
What?
October? Deux fois.
Mouthful.
You know how, so it's October.
Yeah, October, yeah. 1941. Yeah. And, yes, each secretary, controller, blah, blah. Okay. So, I think that's it. I hope I've covered everything. There is one other thing here is, I would ask people to study Article 48, 49, and 50 of the Constitution. It's very important because it mentions in there in Article 49 about the 11th of December 1936. You know that as being a very critical date when basically the crown was done away with, the king was done away with, everything. So that's all in there. But what's even, apart from Article 48 and 49, okay, Article 50 is a very important article. It says, subject to this Constitution, and to the extent to which they are not inconsistent therewith, the laws in force in source that Eire, immediately prior to the date of the coming into operation of this Constitution, shall continue to be of full force and effect until the same array of them have been repealed or amended by enactment of your actus. Hey guys, a lot of laws are not in force before this came into operation. A lot of very critical laws in relation to powers of the 3 organs of the state. Therefore, how could you carry them forward on the 1st of January 1938? This came in, voted on the 1st of July 1937, came into operation on the 29th of December 1937. I think I've covered it all, I hope. That's it.